just more or less a live that I'm recording just to put on my channel. Well, what I want to talk about today is the comparison between theistic Satanism and Antifa. You know, I've been taking a notice that on YouTube that there are people who are quite frankly telling all about the beliefs of Antifa. And I want to compare it to theistic Satanism. Now, some of you may be wondering what comparison is there? There's a big comparison. Yeah, I just want to go through a few things I want to bring up and explain how they are so similar. Okay, with theistic Satanism, they have a global plan, and Antifa does as well. So their idea is not a global government per se, but a state of anarchy. Yeah, if you've seen the movies Escape from New York, Escape from LA, Mad Max, that's the sort of world both sides want. And that's, as for the time being, that is how it's coming about. That's the way it's going. What would it be like in either an Antifa world or a theistic Satanist world? It would be a two-tier society. So, so you would have the top realm ruling, and you would then have everyone else. I just need to check something. Oh, so it wouldn't be a world government per se. It would be, how can I explain it? It's an organised anarchy. So, it's hard to describe, but like people think Vladimir Putin's going to take over the world, or Xi Jinping's going to take over the world, or Donald Trump is going to take over the world. But it wouldn't operate like that. What Antifa wants is a return to a pre-Sumerian civilization. Gotta sneeze. So it would be pre-Sumerian. So you wouldn't have anything organised. You just have a hunter-gatherer society. But you wouldn't be able to eat meat. No meat. You would probably be something akin to a slave economy. You get one potato a day if you're lucky. Now you know why the vegans are so fanatical about you not eating meat. They have, look, with Antifa, the sort of people you have in it do not have a consistent belief structure. They just make it up as they feel like it. So you would get your one potato a day for working 12 hours or more. That's what they really what they want to have. It's going to be slavery. If you compare, now, I myself was a theistic Satanist, and we had a very similar outview. You know, we would be at the top, and everyone else would be down the bottom. So you would be essentially our slaves, and that's how Antifa sees things happening. Under theistic Satanism, we didn't really care. It wasn't a case of you were worth nothing. It was a case of you were worth less than nothing. And Antifa has the same idea how the world should be run. So, like, under Antifa, there would be no religion, no belief in God. You would exist for the sake of existing, for what you can offer. I mean, you would only be of any value if you were attractive or you had a particular skill. Antifa do not believe in any organisation. So if you think when they take over and the way things are going, it's looking like that, you know, things like electricity, that'll go away, you'll lose that. Water supply, not guaranteed. Maybe if you drink out of ponds and puddles. Food, if you grow potatoes in a cardboard box, maybe. As for like farming animals, no, that won't exist anymore. It won't. Because they hold all life to be of equal value. So killing a chicken is like killing a person. That's the way they see it. Oh, you know, I've been thinking about how to say these things, but what Antifa stand for, it's really out of this world, literally. So you would basically live hand to mouth. That's it. If you're good looking, you might be fed a bit extra because of sexual gratification or because you have a skill which they cannot perform themselves. You know, one of the things they've got going now is the aliens. Now, when I went to school, we were taught that people came from chimps, but now it's people came from aliens, and that's the big push these days. That is what they're pushing. And because there are aliens, that proves there is no God. So, and another thing, capitalism. And if you go through YouTube, you'll find people pushing this. Capitalism is the cause of all problems. And by capitalism, that also includes not only what you own, but also your family. I'm trying to think of the name. Oh yeah, Sophie Lewis. She's Antifa. She doesn't believe that a woman can reproduce from her own body. She believes that there will be artificial wombs in which, a child is conceived. So it's like if you're into cooking, you'll know what a sous vide is. It's like you get a frozen piece of fish, put it in a plastic bag, seal it, and when you want to cook it, you just put a pot of water on the stove, heat it up, have it boiling, and throw it in. That's how these people conceive reproduction. Also, in an Antifa world, there would be no gender, no sexuality. They believe in something called polyamory. Polyamorous. That means you just have sex with whatever takes your fancy at the time. It's, like I said, this is Mad Max. This is a situation. Yeah. So you won't have any children because that is private property, which is capitalism, which is something they oppose. Now, even though Antifa say they are atheists, the fact of the matter is they are beyond satanic. There were some things we believed in, but Antifa goes beyond that. And Antifa still exists today, and they still have the same beliefs. And anyway, I've got a sneezing thing. Uh, but I'll tell you, when I started my channel just over 10 years ago, I made some clips of things, explaining Satanism, and so if you go to the video section of, my YouTube channel, and you go to the very beginning of that, you'll find those clips. So, I've been trying to tell people for ages, but they don't want to listen. And another thing Antifa is doing is infiltrating the churches. That's why you've got pastors and clergy saying, "Oh, give all your money away to refugees." It's a global uh, mindset. So you, oh, another thing, no inheritance. You get no inheritance. Like, you won't have any family. You'll have nothing. No home. That's because private property will be illegal. It won't be allowed. Basically, you have to sleep wherever you flop. That's it. And if someone else comes in and flops on your patch of ground, tough. So, we are dealing, like I said, I was a Satanist, but Antifa goes beyond the badness that I was in. Let's see, go. Anyway, I've got to go to the toilet, unfortunately, and I'll have to end it here. I really do. But I just wanted to do this clip, and it'll go to my live section on the channel, YouTube, and you can look at it later on, and I'll just use it to test how this phone is working. But anyway, thanks for dropping by, and yeah, maybe we'll continue this on later, or later on, some other time.